Woman's surprised discovery. The crescent birthmark on the man's neck is exactly the same as his son's. The woman instantly realized that the man in front of her was her biological son whom she had been searching for 15 years. She was so excited that she immediately stepped forward to recognize her son, but she was stopped outside by security guards. The old lady who loves her son so much doesn't care about the security guards trying to stop her. The security guard saw that she was disobedient and he was ready to teach her a lesson. Fortunately, the man stopped him in time. However, when the man saw that the old woman was his mother, his eyes were instantly filled with disgust and hatred. He immediately said that the old woman was a stinking beggar and that he was not her son. But the man is the son the woman has been looking for 15 years. She can't be wrong. A woman looking for her son. She always wears her son's photo on her body. The woman questioned her son at the top of her voice. Why has he never written a letter to himself in 15 years? But the reason why the man hates his mother so much, because 15 years ago, he suffers from congenital kidney disease and the cost of surgery is high. The desperate mother had no choice but to ask the village tyrant for money. But the village tyrant saw that the woman was pretty. He actually had bad intentions. Then the village tyrant took out a wad of money from under his pillow. He threatened that if a woman wanted to borrow money, she would have to pay a price. Then he started to behave like a hooligan towards women, just as the woman struggled desperately to get rid of the village tyrant. This scene happened to be seen by the boy who came to look for his mother. Neighbors also accused the woman of being indecent. From this moment on, the boy resented his mother. When the woman escaped, she saw her son standing in the heavy rain. She stayed where she was. As she went forward to comfort her son, the boy fainted in his mother's arms due to a high fever caused by kidney disease. Fortunately, a kind neighbor saw it. They rushed the boy to the hospital. A woman saved her son. She donated her kidney to her son. After a while the boy woke up. His mind was full of images of his mother entangled with the village bully. So he immediately decided to cut off all ties with his indecent mother. Then the boy sneaked out of the hospital while his mother was getting food. When the woman came back, she saw only an empty bed. The woman's heart skipped a beat. Since then, the woman has embarked on the journey of searching for her son. She lives by begging every day. She searched for her son for 15 years, because the woman donated her kidney to her son. Plus, they live outdoors all year round. Eventually the woman developed advanced kidney cancer. Maybe God was also moved by women. She finally saw her son at the last moment of her life. But her son misunderstood her so much that he was unwilling to recognize her. Seeing this, the mother wanted to explain to her son what happened that year. But the man didn't give her a chance to explain. He angrily accused his mother of quibbling. He claimed that he saw clearly the affair between his mother and the village tyrant. The woman fainted when she heard her son's words. The plight of the man's wife, the poor old woman. She immediately sent the old woman to the hospital. Soon the doctor took out the examination report. He claimed that the old lady had advanced kidney cancer. He also said that the old lady only had one kidney in her body. After hearing this, the wife immediately suspected that the old lady had given her kidney to the man. But the man doesn't believe it. He also falsely accused his mother of being forced by the village tyrant to sell her kidney to pay off debts. Then he left here angrily. However, the wife felt that what her husband said was not the truth. So she immediately asked her men to investigate the woman. The next day the assistant told the man, "A woman from the same hometown wants to see him." He didn't know that this woman was the one who sent her to the hospital that year. She came here because she heard that the man became the CEO of the company. Now the man's mother is critically ill. She wanted to ask the man to save his mother. The woman didn't expect the man's face to turn black after hearing this. He told his neighbors that not only would he not save his mother, he also asked the neighbors to take his mother away immediately. That day the assistant told the man that the new project was completed. Let him cut the ribbon. And it happened to pass by the man's hometown. At this time, the wife also found out all the medical records of the man's mother. Her guess was correct. The man's kidney was transplanted from his mother. So she immediately wanted to tell her husband the truth. The man's car broke down on his way to cut the ribbon. Because there is no signal in the mountains. He just answered the call from his wife and then hung up automatically. Maybe it's because of his fate with his mother. His car broke down in his hometown. So he asked his assistant to wait here. He went to the village to find a mechanic. But he didn't know that today was his mother's last day in this world. The neighbor saw that the woman was about to collapse. She was going to call a doctor for the woman. But the woman caught her. Asked her to find a piece of clothing in the closet. It turns out that the woman wanted to use her son's clothes to accompany her to the end. She didn't know her son was outside the house. As the neighbor accidentally knocked over a water cup, the woman left the world. At this moment, the man outside the house also received a message from his wife. He realized that he had misunderstood his mother. But when he looked up, what he saw was his mother's funeral. Only then did the man realize how wrong he was.